evening, everyone, and welcome to the Army Cycling eRace series. I am your host today, Ozzy Osborne. I don't know if Ray's in with us. Hopefully you've got green light, so I'm presuming you're talking. However, typically in my fashion, I can't hear anything. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can fix this my end. Probably not. Give me a second, Ray. Right, are you there, Ray?
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me all right?
Cool.
Hello? I'm still here.
Every week.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be.
This does not work as intended, eh? Right. Sorry, Ray. I am real having comms issues once again with my end. Just give me a moment, please, mate. Apologies, everyone. I'm going to talk while I'm trying to fix this one.
And hopefully you can hear me.
Right, hopefully. Anyway, we're watching the Arm Cycling Race series. Today we are on race number 2 of the winter series. Today we're on the figure of 8. What we're going to try and do is watch just 2 of the categories tonight. We're going to be watching the B's and C category. We can hear Ray good. I'm glad we can hear Ray. Just no one, I can't hear him, which is typical.
Can you hear me? Oh, they can hear me in chat.
Let me try one more thing. Yeah, you keep every so often I'm hearing you, Ray, and then I'm losing you. So it's my end, definitely my end, typical. But thank you for sorry, team. Absolute nightmare today. They went I will not anyway. We're watching it on the
So for those listening, I didn't know we were watching the B race. So I'm currently watching the A race in fan
I think
view.
you have everything working.
It is quite punchy. There's an attack off the front with Mike Goff, D Hibbert, and Jay Simpkins. 6 seconds.
I'll let you do the talking for now, Ray, while I try and figure this out. I'm sure you can hear me.
And I'm going to jump into fan view in the B-Cat race so that I can give you a bit of commentary on what you're looking at. So I can get on someone. See, this is the technical side of Zwift. Oh, we're in. Right, I can see now. I can see the B-Cat race. So hopefully I'm watching the same as you guys. Yeah, you're right, whoever is in chat. Technical difficulties do follow me everywhere. But looking at the B-Cat race now, and these lads seem to still all be together. Unlike the ACat race has got a bit of a break on the front. And we got Rob Ferguson on the front here. We got 20 riders in this B-Cat race. That's quite a good number, that. So the figure of 8 then. So it's a bit of a punchy route this, because they're going to go up the Zwift KOM reverse, and then the hilly loop reverse, before hitting the Zwift KOM a little bit later. So I expect some legs to get blown off in this race. But we've got some good representation in here from the infantry. I can see some Bumblebee design jerseys there. We've got Shane Wilson, I can see Rob Ferguson, Russ Miller. Russ Miller was actually the winner of the series in the last the autumn series before Christmas. So it'll be interesting to see if he had to retain his title. So these lot have got about 2.1k now to the start of the Zwift KOM reverse, and I suspect this is probably where the race is going to start to blow up a little bit. But if you just let me know in chat, hear me perfectly well. Yeah, and I'm just laughing at some of the comments in there saying and Z Classic, he's going to blow up a little bit too early. But I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. So we've got some Remy guys in there. So we've got that T. I just missed it. It went straight off. Yes, we've got John Grimsdale in there and Allnut. D Neville, J Webster. But Old Devil was in here. I've got no doubt Old Devil will be streaming as well. So those that want to catch that a little bit later on, if they're watching this one live, feel free to jump over there and give him some support. He always gives 100% everyone. So there's 1.3k now to the climb. So the figure of 8 then, the first thing that they've got is the hilly KOM reverse. The Zwift KOM reverse, sorry. And this is, it's kind of 2.4 kilometers at 2%. Well, that's what it says according to Zwift Power. But I think I could be slightly out. But these are only a K away from it now. So I suspect they're gonna ramp it up a little bit, and that will be where the first set of attacks I think is going to start probably happening. But it's nice to see that all 20 riders, or in this case 18, so must be either someone didn't leave the pen, but we've got 18 riders in here in this group. But they've all stayed together for the time being. Don't know how long that will be for, because they're about to start the Zwift KOM reverse in 450 meters.
Right, Ray, I think I've sorted out a solution. Apologies everyone for absolute shoddy work. You know what they say, prior preparation prevents and all that kind of stuff. I've had to shut down, unfortunately, one of the versions of Zwift as well, because that's absolutely causing a nightmare. But thank you, Ray, for filling in the space while I sort my terrible admin out. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. And hopefully...
because these are now hitting the Zwift KOM reverse. So this is a crucial part in this BCAT race here, where the 2.4 kilometers that they're going to be pushing, kind of average of 3%. And straight away, Rob Ferguson and Allnut are pushing at the front.
Yeah, agreed. So actually, this will bring me actually quite nicely. See if this works. If this works, I'm going to be impressed. No. Right, okay, never mind. Let's do that instead. Right, there we go. So we've actually got the GC times on the screen as well now. Hopefully people can see that. So we roughly know who should be what, where, and doing what. So, yeah, and Allnut is 7 seconds behind Ross Miller. So these guys, I'm sure Ross might be marking, but yeah, this part of the course is really cheeky. It's a steep little climb at the corner part, and then it kind of just tails off, but it's enough that people can make a gap. And like you've said there, right at the front there, we've already got Rob Ferguson and eRacing, who I'm not too sure who that is.
Yeah.
I mean, they are sporting, I believe, the Bike and Beer, which is the RA jersey. So potentially we've got an RA rider there, but maybe not as well. So
yeah, we got them two out front, and then it seems to be pretty spread out, but I don't think drastically spread out just yet. But Russ Miller's just getting onto the back of this lead group, and then there's a 2-second gap to the group behind.
Yeah, so there is just a small gap there with John Grimsdale leading that charge there on the 7th spot. Only a couple of seconds though, so John and the gang behind will be catching on, hopefully, for them. Anyway, getting back into that draft, been able to have a quick rest before another small incline that will be coming up just round this corner here. But we got 20
Yes.
riders in today's one, so nice healthy pack size, nice group. Like I said, unfortunately, I will try and see if I can switch over to the other categories as the race progresses. But at risk of breaking everything, you know, it's one of them. If it's not broken, don't try and fix it. So we may just stick with the B.
I've got a workaround if you want to hear it.
Go
So
on.
rather than have to use another version of Zwift, if you just find someone in the other race that you that you can that you follow,
Yeah.
open up companion, and you can fan view them from there.
Yeah, it's just I'm
Very
happy
technical,
with that.
isn't it?
No, I'm happy with that. It's just the kind of messes this the streamer version of it when I do that. But I can give it a bash.
So we've got 10 in this lead pack here, and then 3 2 seconds back. And then there's another 12 seconds back from that.
Yeah,
so I'm running a version of Source tonight to give me a bit more understanding of where people are on the road.
Ah, thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, but these guys could get back on. They're only a second behind now. So if they put on a dig, they could get back in. Unfortunately, though, it looks like Mark Mason may find himself... Oh, no, he's got company in the form of Jay Webster.
And they've still got the descent. The descent is quite sharp. It's not very long. So these have got about 300 meters left before the KOM banner. So it'll be interesting to see if someone goes for the KOM, because obviously the competition's in play for the tour, for the series.
Yeah, you're right, though. This is the first time that the riders will be going through or doing one of the KOM segments for the KOM jersey. So you are right there in the sense that these guys will start getting a time. Looking like from there, I've got Tim Collins getting the fastest time there, so that should count for the B category anyway, his time, because this will be the only time they go up here today. But yeah, 15, 16 seconds, and now they're going down the hill. So we've got a few people, one to drop in the draft van. So for those that are new to Zwift, they do have power-ups for certain races and that. The power-ups basically are just little boosts that can gain an advantage or a disadvantage depending on when you choose to use it. The van that you can see on screen now allows a rider to basically improves their draft so that they can actually hang back a little bit more. And yeah, just improves the draft effect to them. There is also the aero, which is a helmet that speeds them up, makes them slipperier through the air, and essentially makes them fast. You've got the feather as well, which makes them lighter. You've got the anvil, does the opposite, makes them heavier. And you think, why would I want to have something that makes me heavy? Well, it is ideal on descents to drop an anvil. You've also got a steamroller, which will kind of flatten the surface because there is certain surfaces on the game that will have an effect on the bike and the performance. The ghost power up, which makes you invisible. And have I got any more? Have I covered them all? I think there might be another one I've missed, but I think that's the majority. Oh, and the burrito, which makes you undraftable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. So looking at 11 in this group. 10 seconds back, we've got a group of 2, and then 23 seconds back, we've got another group of 2. I think that's the group of Shane Wilson.
Yeah, you're right there. Right, let's see if I can switch over to another group.
Yeah, so you got Hines, Ronaldo Hines, I can't pronounce that. Delgado Hines. And Shane Wilson, them two are working together, and actually they can see the group ahead. So that's a good sign because it means they've got something to chase. So when they're in the distance and you can't see anything, and you're just looking at open road, it can be quite difficult. But having them just in front, because they are going to hit a small incline very soon, which is the hilly loop reverse incline. It's not big. It's only a couple of percent, but it looks like Shane's already hit his feather, and he is closing the gap. They are down to 10 seconds. It went up to 12 a second ago, but it looks like they're trying to bridge and get back on.
Right. So I have swapped over to the C category. I'm just finding the lead of this group. Just give me a moment. K. Hagelberg. Right, okay. So this is the front pack of the total distance for this race is... I should know this, shouldn't I? Give me a second. It is 30 kilometers for this race in chat. Yep, cheers, Tim. Tim's right, racing and commentating as well. Look at that, show off. Right, okay, so we've got the Sea Cats now, so I have switched over, just see how the Seas are doing. They have just actually gone down the descent themselves as well. We've got select of riders, we have got Kay Hagelberg, we have got Eve Newton riding the female category, Angel Laycock as well with her, so that should be interesting for the female competition at least anyway. Potentially, because we might have a few more, I don't know actually. Matty Newton, a few other riders in this group here. And again, we've got probably another, what's this, about 10 riders in this pack as well. So, but they'll be coming up to the, what's it called? The S's. S's have been quite a lumpy section of the course. Can catch people out. Well, essentially, yeah, it's ups and downs.
Yeah, this group's a little bit more fractured than the B cat race, isn't it? So in this pack here, I think we've got 10 another 10 riders. Yeah, we've got 10 riders in here. I think we've got Jim Coulson in here from the infantry as well, who did really well in the last series before Christmas. And these lot, yeah, they're just coming up with the hilly KOM, the hilly loop reverse towards the sprint reverse. So is this going to be the first sprint of the competition, Ozzy?
Potentially, yeah. So this would be the first sprint. Well, no, second. No, there was a bunch of sprints last week. So this will be the kind of non-TT version of the sprint anyway, because we had the TTT last week. But you're right. This is going to be what we're going to see coming up is that kind of the sprint anyway, and this one kind of has a bit of a lead up to it as well, with because you've got as you can see on the graphics, hopefully anyway, you can see there's a climb coming up. That climb actually is quite key in this. If you can carry enough speed over the top of that climb, and then you have like quite a sharp descent that follows it. If you do it well and you time it well, you pick up enough speed, and that speed then obviously carries you right down to the the finish of the banner. The banner itself starts at the bridge, and then it finishes at the end of the bridge. So if you time it well, and that you can actually gain quite, the sprint itself really kind of, because it's the fastest through, it really does count to actually put an effort in at the base of this climb to try and actually get that speed as you're going up and over, which we'll hopefully might see some riders picking now. So at this point now, personally myself, if I was aiming for this, I would be starting to put the watts down now and starting to pick the speed up and carry that to the top of this climb that we're coming up to now.
Yeah, it is. These rollers really do take it out of your legs as well, though. So
for sure.
Yeah, but these seem to have managed it pretty well. They've stayed relatively together. There's a couple hanging near the back, but it looks like M. Norton's pushing up to the front. Maybe he's going for the sprint competition, or he's identified that there's a sprint coming up.
Equally, though,
this is one of those, yeah, if you sprint down this bit now, but not full beans, you get a good slingshot onto that sprint.
I say these riders that are kind of sat in the middle of the pack are actually probably in the best position for it at the moment. You've got someone that's dropped the van, which is a good idea as well, but the problem is it may have gone a bit too early, because that would actually possibly slingshot them to the front. But here we go.
And it's 180 meters, so it doesn't look like. Oh, it does.
Oh, no, we've got a few that are going for it. Oh, what an effort there! Look at that.
Yeah,
that was
great effort.
Some people were really going for it. Well, nice work.
Yeah,
nice work.
Rich Barry out front.
Right, let's see if we can get back to the B category. I'm just going to focus on these two cats today. What I will do for next week, I will switch to A's and D's. Hopefully I'll fix the whole drama I'm having running two. But we've got the riders now just coming to the descent. They're kind of now back on the course that they were on at the start.
Yeah, so they're on a descent now, and they've got about 5.8k before they hit the Zwift KOM. So that is the kind of, I would say, the definitive part. Zwift KOM is a bit of a horrible one because it's in two parts. So you kind of go up around the corner. There's a 20-meter flatter section, and it kicks up again. So it's one of those that, where do you use the feather if you've got it? Because the very beginning of it is the steepest part, but actually the legs start to burn about halfway up. So it's just, when do they use it?
No, I agree. So yeah, the and plus on the way there though, you do have the kind of small kicker coming out of the aquarium, I call it, where you go under the water as well. There is that kind of little kicker as well, which yeah, equally can add to the fatigue in the legs, as it's just before that climb itself. And you're right, it comes in two parts. So you do have to ask yourself, what am I? You know, what am I going to do? Am I going to use my feather early if you have the feather, or am I going to save it for the second part? Because you're right, you kind of go hard at the start because it's steep, then you kind of tail off on the flatter part, and if you're not, but then once that flat bit happens, your kind of legs immediately kind of become like lead, and then when you've got that gradual climb up to the finish of the com, you know, your legs really do start to feel that fatigue as you're coming through that second part of the climb. So it is really really tasty for sure.
Yeah, well, as someone who did it 7 times in one race, I can give a bit of advice on this. And if you go hard at the beginning, like Ozzy said, saving the feather for the second part of the climb is definitely the way forward. When you need it, even if you've got draft or aero or anything, any power up you've got, it's better for the second part of the climb. Even if you've got to bury yourself for the first 20 to 30 meters just to stay with the group, because you really will need it, and someone will save it, and then you'll regret it later.
Sure, right.
Someone's on a steel bike.
Sorry, what was that, Ray?
Someone's on a Zwift steel bike. Fair play.
Just give you an idea as well, we just brought up the actual points competition following only just race one for the B Cats. So we've got Russ Miller, unknown, in second, Andrew Graff in third, Ben Spittle fourth, Dean Neville fifth, John Grimsdale there in sixth, Rob Ferguson seventh, Rich Frack in eighth, Chris Stewart in ninth, and Rich Barrett in 10th. So, and as you can see, it's quite close, especially between second, third, and fourth. We saw Russ last week on the TTs, really sprinting hard. That's potentially where he's gained a lot of his points, is the effort that he put on the sprint segments there. So you know, it does show that trying to go for the fastest through as well can help you out in the points competition. Though I think, actually, though, looking at the time as well, the GC time, I'm pretty sure Russ was in front as well, which he is, but only by 7 seconds. So but that points gap is not purely based on position. That will have been done because he put the graft in on the sprint segments on that TT last week.
Yeah, he's a wily old fox, Russ, and he's Zwift pro, isn't he? He's been around the block a little bit. So I've seen him in the past on other competitions, kind of focus either on GC or sprinting or anything like that. And he is a regular on the FRR series, which does have individual categories where, like the Super 6, I think it's called. I'm not so read up on it, but it's where each rider has a different thing assigned to them. So someone will be a sprinter, and there'll be a sprint segment. Someone will be a climber, there'll be a climbing segment, and then there'll be a GC overall kind of thing. So I think it's a bit of unique competition, and Russ is regularly on that, so he's probably using a bit of that to his advantage on this. Well, it looks like we've got a push on the front. Is that W. Smith? Has decided to try and break away 4 watts per kilo, 4.4 watts per kilo. Is this a I want to get away before the climb kind of attack, or was it to make it hard to the base of the climb? But they've still got 2.5K to the climb.
Yeah, it's quite early. Quite early for sure. So yeah, what we do just before we get to the climb as well, we will bring up the core, hopefully, the core standings after race 1. So just to give you an idea, so the infantry are in the lead. It will change in hands a little bit as we were processing the results the first time round, but there you go. The infantry are in the lead over AMS and the Royal Signals, but again, less than 100 points in it. And that, it may not sound much, and it isn't much, because yeah, it can all change again depending on the other because again, these point segments for the points competition for the core standings anyway takes the best 7 riders. So again, riders that are maybe trying to smash the sprint segments, the KOM segments, as well as their overall position, they may not finish the top in their core, for example, but that effort will add up across the whole competition. So it does. It definitely does. It is definitely worth riders putting that dig in. You can talk about putting dig in and is not interested in letting Will, I believe it's Will, is it Will S. Smith? Wade Smith, sorry, getting the jump on everyone. So he's dropped the van. John Grimsdale behind has also done the same. And we noticed so John on that KOM had dropped back a little bit, so maybe he's also trying to just give himself a bit more of an advantage. But sometimes heavy riders, and I'm not throwing shade at John because I know John is a heavy rider, he's a bit like me. We do tend to on the comms try and go hard early and then try and draft the wheels as they're passing you. So potentially that's maybe what he's doing, or he could be just trying to tire the legs out of the riders behind, because you can see now there is becoming a bit of a string of riders, and potentially just putting the hurt in early before the climb. We just want to hope that these riders that are pushing the effort at the front don't suffer on the climb themselves. So, but it looks like everyone is coming back just in time for the climb.
Yeah, it would have hurt the legs a little bit, that little ramp there and the spread out, but they've got about a K to the climb, so 800 odd meters to the base of the climb now. But like I say, I'm using a version of Source tonight, which is shown as where every segment is, so I'm quite pleased with that. So I've got to start looking at phones and maps to kind of work out distances. But yeah, we've got a group 38 seconds behind him, which I think is Mark Mason and Shane Wilson. But 38 seconds, that climbs. The climb's about a 2-minute climb, 2 to 3 minute climb, depending on ability levels. So I mean that can be bridged quite easily with a big effort.
For sure.
But these are really stretched out now with 400 meters to go to the base of the climb. And it'd be interesting to see how the beginning of this is taken, because I say the beginning bit is the steepest. So if you hit the beginning, you get a shock to the system when you see the kind of orange to red numbers in the gradient, and people can be hesitant to use power-ups, but if you see the red bits, you kind of want to hit them straight away to make it a bit easier for yourself. And then you'll see that 20-meter-ish blue bit in the middle as you go around the corner, and then it kicks up again. So they're crossing the line now. So let's see how they go. No power-ups just yet, but being led out by Ant Allnut and Wade Smith.
So here we go. This is that part of the course, the real steepest part coming up now. You see 10%. A few riders, Rodberg.
Stand still, but they're not. They're not. They're feeling it, I'll tell you.
100%. 187 beats per minute there for Ron Ferguson. So yeah, he's must be beating out of the chest right now.
I can trump you. Wade Smith's at 193.
Wow.
Right, his heart is coming out of his chest.
Yeah. Christ. He must be hurting right now. Tim Collins, just a shout out for Tim. He might be streaming this on his Twitch. He has a Twitch channel. He might be streaming out on Twitch. He's also going through some recovery at the moment. I can't exactly remember what he did. And apologies, Tim. You might say something in the chat if you are watching. But I know you did pick up an injury recently and you are on the road to recovery.
Oh, you just missed that there. Rob Ferguson, as he went around the corner, the steepest on the second part, he just popped his feather and broke away from eRacing.
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, got it. It's literally, I saw it as we were waffling about Tim there, and
and they've now got a 3-second gap, 3 seconds to the main pack, and he's pushing on. He's at 5 watts per kilo. He's not mucking about.
No, he's not. I feel like this was planned for Rob from the effort he's put in. I feel like he's planned this, and this was probably his game plan for the start of this was to go now. For sure, it looks like it.
I don't believe you for a second, Ozzy. I think he's listening to the stream.
Must be, yeah.
Listening to the stream and saved that power up for the exact moment I tell him to use it. I'm taking all the credit for that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
7 seconds on this group, which 7 seconds is difficult to take back on a descent, especially if he pushes on. But he'll get some good points in the KOM competition with that.
So just
he's
looking.
Extending to 9. And this is it. When a lot of riders are now trying to use this for a little bit of recovery, if you're out front, there is no recovery. You've just got to keep going if you want to maintain this gap. But D Neville is not mucking about. He's got that down to 6 seconds. And the remainder of the big group is kind of 10, 11 seconds behind. So I think this could be the move. This could be the move that defines the rest of the race. But it is still lumpy on the way back, and there is still 3.7k to the next sprint banner.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see because I can't find where Rob was on the GC classification, so probably not potentially iRacing, sorry, is trying to encourage riders to chase. So let's just give me a second and see if I can figure out where Rob was. So he's 19 seconds. Is he sick? Oh yeah, Rob Ferguson is there. 19 seconds actually on the group. It's raining. That's what iRacing is. Who is It's Raining?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just intrigued by someone that's called It's Raining and who they are. Oh yeah, I know who it is. Right, yeah. I know who it is now. I've seen the picture. Right, okay, yeah. But it looks like we've got D Neville that is bridging over. So
and actually, at this stage, you would be welcome to have a partner to help you if you're going to try and stay out front to a big chasing pack.
And for Dean, this is definitely worth it because he's 7 seconds off the GC top time anyway, or the GC leaderboard at the moment. So that is actually very beneficial for him to try and get in that league wrap. So unfortunately, Ant is a further 8 seconds back. But Russ is in this lead group.
Yeah, and they're closing. They're down to 6 seconds now. So these are pushing. They're pushing on the downhill. So now these two are both back together. Kind of. So it's Rayner needs to kind of push on, or D Neville needs to push on, and then Rob Ferguson needs to sit on the wheel for a little bit and get a bit of a breath. That's not me coaching these year, but I would definitely get in the super tuck if you can. Because that would be faster.
Yeah,
but
still...
the group behind this is racing hard.
You're right though. So this group of what we're saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 riders, 6 riders, 7 riders. They will be carrying at a much greater speed because of the fact that they are able to roll through than the lead group or the lead.
I can tell you. I've got source up, haven't I? So, well, they weren't. The lead group, the lead 2 are doing 49k an hour, and the chasing pack are doing 52k an hour. So they are doing quicker.
Yeah. So, but all it takes is for one person to get to the front that doesn't want to take a turn. Though, looking at Tim there, he's putting an effort in. He's doing his piece. But all it takes is someone to roll to the front that didn't want to be at the front, and that could immediately stop. eRacing, it's raining, is now 5 watts per kilo. So these guys are actually working together. There is, and he's dropping the feather as well, pushing himself over. So this looks like they are going to bring it back on. 4 seconds. It looks like they're going to do it. I'm slightly gutted for Rob and Dean, because we do like to see riders try and break away and try and do a solo effort, and then to see what the riders behind do. But yeah, it's also equally good to see that other riders working together, because sometimes you find when you're in this group, you're like, oh no, I can't be asked with that, and they just sit, and there's only one person that's willing to do the work, and therefore, yeah, it becomes kind of demoralizing for that chasing group. But it seems like this this group here have definitely worked together. You see in the effort they were doing. Just to answer, so Anglian exploits, KOM and sprints, the points given to first over the line or best effort. It is the best effort, so fastest through segment. Kind of twofold for that. First of all, we can't get everyone's. We can only get the top 10 across the categories for the first across the line. So we choose to do fastest through segment because we can get everyone's time, and therefore and also equally everyone then kind of gets an opportunity to try and ride for that competition. So if we had riders that would drop back, they could still put a good effort in on the KOM and potentially score high. So it gives them a bit of a carrot for them as well to try and score. And actually, talking of segments now, we are actually coming up to the next segment itself.
Yeah, 120 meters away from it. So we still got Dean Neville out front, and he's about to hit the sprint point now. So I'm stuck with Rob Ferguson. Someone's just come through, John Grimsdale. I think it's just come through, and he is.
No, it's Russ. It's Russ. Russ is going. Of course, he is.
Russ, no mucking about there.
So yeah, Russ is aiming for that sprint competition. Yes, lad. Rob encouraging him. Nice to see the infantry are cheering each other on.
Yeah, but now Russ has got a 4-second gap on the group now.
5 seconds.
And actually, he's about to hit a little climb, a little the road. So
yes,
if he gets over this,
you're right. This climb actually can catch people out, especially after that effort on the segment there. You know, you could have some tired legs for that sprint, but he's got the he's played.
He's got the feather.
He's popped the
what
feather.
An absolute punch, right? You need to get out the saddle and start working, Russ, if you can hear me. But he's got 7 seconds on the group behind, and they don't seem to be as reacting as much as I thought.
No. And do you know what? Just thinking back to when we was talking about them riders making the effort to do the catch on, who I didn't see at the front was Russ. And that's not throwing any shade at Russ. That's smart riding from Russ. He's gone in, he saved his legs. He can see that other people are doing the work, and therefore he's gone, I can save my legs a little bit here. He's then pushed that effort onto the sprint, taken that momentum up to this climb. So it's very smart riding, actually, by Russ to have done what he was doing. Because I did not, when I was watching them riders chase on, he was one of the riders I didn't see get to the front. It was predominantly Tim, Wade, and then It's Raining was the riders that I predominantly saw catching on or trying to catch on there. So very smart riding there by Russ, and it seems to have paid off right now because he's 8 seconds.
I said he was a wily old fox, didn't I? So we got 1.6 k, so 1 mile to the finish, and he's got these rulers to navigate those, so he needs to stay on the power. But that is a tough ask. Dean Neville's pushing out 5.5 watts per kilo to try and bridge it. He's down to 7 seconds. But Russ needs to stay on the power.
But has Dean got anything left in the tank? That's the question for Dean, because he already made one effort to catch on to Rob. You're right, Tim. Yeah, he played a blinder. Tim's just gone, throw shade at Russ. Played a blinder. He did. He was good. 6 seconds though, so it's not over yet. And the sprint, the lead into the sprint is just a downhill on that. So he really needs to keep this pressure, keep the pressure on them pedals, because it could still be they catch on to him. 6 seconds, it's still up in the air. It's still anyone's to win this race.
But that's it. He's now on the descent. This is the descent now. So he's got a tiny little bump here where it flattens, but then it's just downhill to the finish, essentially. So It is down to 5 seconds, but it's going to be harder to bridge it on the on a descent than anything. Oh, 4 seconds. They are really, really trying to get back onto him now, aren't they? Russ
One's
will be
gone.
devastated.
It's raining. It's raining. Had enough.
600 meters. That's all he's got. 600 meters to the finish line.
2 seconds.
Oh, thank you, Russ, for giving us an exciting finish.
Can you see the finish line yet? Finish line is just round this corner. 2 seconds. It's
400
raining.
meters.
It's raining. Seems to be doing the leading now, unintentionally probably, because Dean Neville and Wade Smith and the likes of that have coming through. We've got Russ. Is that Rob Berg coming round? Yeah, he is. Yeah. 2 seconds. 1 second. I think Rob Berg has gone through. Yeah, Rob Berg has gone past. Oh, unlucky, Russ. Unlucky. What an effort, though, there to try and get on. But Rob Berg looks like he's then used everyone's effort. Slipstream past them. Slingshot. Bang. In for the win. What an effort there. Well done to Rob.
Great.
Right, see if I can catch anyone from the Seacat quickly. Nope, hang on. Let's go back to fan view again. Give me a second while everything's catching on. I knew Phil Carr would be riding.
Yeah. So up in the lead. Oh no. Yeah, Phil Carr is, but I just jumped into the wrong part of the race.
Oh, that's me.
Okay, I got Jim Coulson in third, Angela Laycock in second, and A. Newton in first for Army Cycling Women.
Got it.
And these two are, where are they? They've come over that last bump, so they're on the rulers. They've got 1.8k to go. 2 second gap on Jim Coulson.
Yeah. Some great work from the Army Cycling Women's team there, even and then Angela Laycock there coming round. And then Jim, like I say, Jim Cousin there, 3 seconds. So unfortunately, Jim's on his own to try and do this. I'm sure both Eva and Angela will be working together to maintain that gap. And letting poor Jim there trying to work on his own and trying closing that gap. But yeah, unfortunately, we've missed the point where these women have attacked, but they've worked together and are leading the way for the C category.
Yeah, I think Jim's got 4 seconds now, so it'll be interesting to stick with these two because they've got just 1.1k to go, and they've hit this is the last bit, and then it's all downhill from here now.
Quite literally.
Yeah. So is Angela going to sit on the wheel of Eve for the remaining K, and then out sprinter? So let's see how it goes. And I think Jim's give up the ghost. He's 5 seconds now, but he needs to keep going because Ben and Rosie Coe's only 7 seconds, so they're only a second off the back of him now. And by the looks of it, I think they've joined up together. So 650 meters to go for these two in the lead. Has anyone got a power up left? That's it. And when do you use it? Because the aero's only 15 seconds, so you want to use it as late as possible. But the draft is 30 seconds.
They're kind of matching. What?
Oh, here we go. Flame socks.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
go on, is Eve going to do it? Looks like Eve may have just picked. Oh, Christ, what am I doing? There we go. There we go.
Angela's got it. Angela to Eve. Now I'm going to quickly try and jump back and get the other lot. Oh,
there we go. Freeway. Who's that? Jim's got it.
And then Rich Parry's coming in. Just kind of solo, but he needs to be careful because someone's 5 seconds behind him, 4 seconds, and they're sprinting. So
look at that. Everyone's still trying to give it all towards the end. Who else we got?
We've got a few solo groups, haven't we?
Back of three heroes at Limbrick. Andy Limbrick, Paul Wright,
Yeah.
Ryan
And they've got
Ridley.
a seat to go. So who's going to take this then? Oh, there's 4 of them in this group.
Ryan's got out. 7 watts per kilo. Has he gone early? It's still quite early. It's a long way to try and sprint out. He could have done. He could be okay. Just hope he hasn't burnt too many matches early there. Seems like he's done it. However, Joe Burn, Job Burn. No.
Oh, someone's
Ryan.
who's coming through?
That's Limbrick has come through.
Oh, I thought that sprint was just a little bit too early.
Too early. It definitely looked too early, that sprint. Agreed.
And if you go back slightly, you've got Pat Wears with
I think I've got
B, no relation, and B Brookfield.
B.A. Baracus is his name on Swift Power.
Oh, okay, right. But these have got 500 meters to go. Now, Pat is not a sprinter; he's a climber. So let's see if we can out sprint these lot then.
But
my money's on BA.
You're going BA, yeah?
I'm going BA.
6.8, 7.4.
Right, as you said it, BA is gone.
He's
300 meters to
gone.
go.
But again, is it too early? Oh, but he's got a good gap. But G. Broomfield isn't necessarily. No. Baracus.
Oh, for another 100 meters, and he would have caught
Sutton.
the guy in front as well. Yeah.
Matty Sutton, yeah. Well done there, Barack Obama. Barack. Oh, it's been a long day. All right.
So we've got another group about 3 minutes back, which is the Phil Carr group.
The Phil Carr group.
Yeah, and E. McLean.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got about 1.8k to go. Are they gonna attack each other? And they're on that last bit of the rulers now. They're horrible at the end of a race, them rulers.
Oh, yeah, no, they are. See, how many riders anyway while we're doing that? How many riders roughly have we got in this field today? 88 riders today.
Yeah, so 41 in this one, 41 in the C-Cat race.
Yeah, C category is definitely the more populated one.
So a bit of a book for tomorrow night. Obviously, the Army teams are in the final race of ZRL as well tomorrow night in the B, C, and D Cat races. So if you're interested in doing any of them, just jump onto Discord and let us know. Round 4 will be starting in a month in April, so we get plenty of time to get registered and do some races beforehand.
Yeah, thanks, Ray. Yeah, so like Ray said, we've got Zwift Racing League coming to a conclusion for round 3 we're on, which, to be honest, I didn't do round 1. I did a bit of round 1, not of anything of round 2, so I can't speak for round 2, but round 3 I've definitely found one of the most hardest Zwift Racing League events or rounds I've done. Absolutely attritional races, and I wasn't even in the top end where they were doing a lot further than I was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's not been. Well, I'm selling it in the worst possible way. It's not been enjoyable. The courses have been extremely challenging this season, which is one of the reasons I'm not racing tonight, because I'm in a race tomorrow night, and I want to save my legs for that one.
Fair one. No, I don't blame you.
Well, there's a jersey on the line because we're top of the league.
Are you?
Yes, top of the league in the A2 category.
Brilliant.
So we're top by 3 points, so we need to come minimum of third as a team. Right, so we got a sprint now. Neil Herbert, E. McLean, and Phil Carr.
Got
right?
an infantry sprint.
The infantry sprint. And who's gone early? Phil Carr's gone early.
Phil Carr's
right?
gone early.
He's
You
gone
save
very
your
early.
legs, Phil. You're racing tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gone early. He wants more rest, right? But Neil
There-
Herbert coming out second
There you
in that
go.
group there. Great racing.
Right, what we'll do, let's see if we can get anyone from the D categories. Let's see if I can find someone while we're watching. Carl. Brock. Hopefully. No, that's because it's Proctor with an O. Let's fan view you. Oh, there we go. I think this could be the lead of the D cats. Oh, good timing. So we've got a 2-up sprint with Carl Proctor, and is that Tessa Moore as well? That is indeed. Let's see what we got here. Yep, me and T Moore. Yep, seen it. Carl, thanks. Good to know you're watching as well, mate. Are you going to Are you going to be the lead in? That's the question, isn't it?
Oh, I'm missing all of this. I can't get on.
All right. What's he going to be? There we go. Tessa's gone. Oh, no. She went. Eased 1.2. Carl is pushing hard, though. So Tessa is trying to catch back on 7.3. 7 what? 6.6 from Carl there. It looks like Carl has got the win in the D categories. Well done. But, you know, equally well done to Tessa Moore there for a strong effort there against Carl. Well done. Marty J, he's racing tomorrow, I know, for the Warriors. Rich Hooper, we've got Erwin, Emma Price, to name a few. Right, right. Let's put on the. Let's get on the provisional kind of results from this race. Hopefully this will work. Bing. There we go. Right, okay, obviously we didn't watch any of the ACATs. We'll watch the ACATs next week, though, on the Times Square circuit course. But we've got a nice 13 riders there, with Mike Goff taking the win, unsurprisingly, from Dan Collins and Dickie Hibbert. Just over a minute, so I can imagine that was probably an attack on the last climb for Mike Goff. That's kind of his jam, which probably then let him go for a solo win. But close there with Dan and Dickie there for first and second, with John Stimkins making fourth, George Jones fifth, James sixth, Ski there in seventh, Louis Darroch in eighth, Will Crean in ninth, and Tom Chanel in 10th, with Craig Scott in 11th. Just worthy mention there. I know he's, I don't think he's actually racing tomorrow, but yes. So in the Bs there, we watched there Rob Ferguson having a excellent sprint out at the end there, where he basically allowed everyone else to do the work right at the end, despite the fact that he did do that blinding attack up the com, and managed to keep a gap for a short while. And despite Russ's best efforts there of trying to go away on the start of the S's, and nearly managed it. We were talking, 100 meters or so there before the finish, before Russ. It was close. And then we have, so actually let's do it like this proper, shall we? Though that may have just filtered out. Yeah, it's raining.
Are you going to be? Is the Army going to be entering any teams in the up and coming dirt racing series?
I'm going to look at it. Obviously, we don't have. If we have more riders, then we can obviously open out to more. But because they're doing it as per, was it the what do we call it? Not Zwift Racing Score. I'm thinking of the other one.
Velo score.
yeah. So
Yeah, so,
and because you're doing, they're not doing it bracketed, are they? They're doing like each individual. There's like 12 of them, isn't there? 12 categories.
yeah, there is. Yeah, yeah, and you can have 8 riders, and all 8 can race, but only
Yeah.
4 need to go.
So I'm gonna
But
offer it out for sure. And again, if you are watching live, watching back, whatever, and you want to ride for the army team, then by all means, drop me a message, and we'll throw you in, and we'll help coach you into finding out what category you sit in, because it's a different category system to what we're used to with the one that Zwift provides. It's slightly different. Some people will say it's more reflective of your ability. Some, but anyway, it can make the racing more competitive because the category field is so wide, as in there's so many different categories. Therefore, you should be finding yourself in a competitive category. So it's definitely appealing. So for sure, if you want to take part in that, give me a shout. I will be putting an announcement out shortly to try and recruit some more riders. And yeah, we can represent the army on that community series for sure. So BCats.
I'm going to have to sign off now. Unfortunately, it's been wonderful doing this with you, but I'm actually on bedtime duty, which starts in 7 minutes. So great timing for everyone racing tonight. Thanks for finishing in time to not get me in loads of trouble.
All right, Ray. I'll let you get on while I just finish the waffle towards the end there. But yeah, thanks again, Ray, and cheers for filling in while I was sorting out my ongoing IT issues this end. Maybe one of these streams I'll be able to actually get it all fixed. But yeah, cheers, Ray, and we'll speak to you soon. So just finishing off then the BCats, we say Rob Ferg, Wade Smith, Rich Blizzard, Tim Collins, Dean Neville, Andrew Graff, Russ Miller, It's Raining, and Allnut. With the C's, then we had the awesome sprint there we saw between Angela Aycock, Eva Newton, Jim Cousin, Ben Pasela, Rosie Coe, Rich Parry, Harry Millikin, and Carl Hagelberg. I remember Carl was at the top end for after the TTT. And then in the D's, we've got Carl Proctor, Tessenberg there again. We saw that 2-up sprint. Marty Gerard, Richard Hooper, Andrew Irwin, Mark Rivers, Emma Price, and Sarah B there as well. So yeah, a really good race from everyone. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Again, apologies for how things were at the end there. Just a quick one then for those that want to see their results. It won't be on there just yet, but once we've processed them all and all that, you'll be able to view your results on the Army Cycling eRacing Series Google sites. And you can see that that's race one's results there. Hopefully it's all quite legible and understandable. And then if you go to, again, Winter 26, you'll get to see where you are within the standings and all that good stuff as well. So a very good place to get your results. You'll also get some more your race info. So hopefully you should be able to see what's next series, and you get all the race passes for the last 2 races, Times Square Circuit and then the Ven 10. As well as that, just a load of guides on how to get yourself set up and all that jazz. If you're new to the series, if you need to register and you haven't registered yet, then by all means jump on and get yourself registered. If you're unsure what your category is, you've got all the information down there. You can search yourself, find out what category you're in. Also, though, you can find yourself in the rider search as well. Just select the Winter Series, put in your name. So I'm going to do Tim. No, did you do last week? I can't remember. Tim Collins. You're not verified, Tim, just to let you know. What we could do, Rob. If I can spell Rob. You go in there, as you can see, gives you a bit of a breakdown of how if they're verified, what their Swift ID is, and all that kind of jazz. So it is a good tool to use to help yourself out, get yourself in the right place, understand the results and all that jazz. But again, if you're unsure, by all means, drop a message in the chat or in the comments. Reach out to your core reps. You all over social media now, aren't we? On the Army Cycling Union Facebook group, there's the Discord channel, there's the Instagram page, a load of places where you can just drop a comment if you're unsure what to do or how to get involved. and we will be able to help you out. Okay. So yeah, I think though that will be it for tonight. Again, thank you very much for watching. Apologies again for the start. One day I will get it sorted. But next week we are back again with the Times Square circuit. So that's a crit style one. We'll try and focus predominantly on the A's and D's this time round. And then before the final race being the Ven 10 showdown. So yeah, everyone enjoy your night. Hopefully you've had a good ride. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Yeah. And I'll catch you all soon. Have a good night. Goodbye.